Hello everybody and welcome back to the 29th and maybe last Sky Battle commentary video. I have ranked a whole lot of features in this game, like mobs and updates, but I haven't done, I have yet to do biomes. So today I'm going to be doing just that. First off, we have the ocean biomes. They're pretty good, they're great for transportation, but sometimes they can just go on forever. Sometimes they can get a little bit boring, but of course the aquatic update did make this a lot better by adding things like shipwrecks, ocean ravines. I guess ocean monuments have been there for a while, but you know, it added a lot of things to the oceans, and I really think that helped. Next, one that's in the ocean but not actually the ocean is the mushroom biome. I love the mushroom island. Bases there are amazing because you don't have to worry about light levels. Because back before the cave update, you had to worry about light levels a whole lot more than you actually do now. And speaking of the cave update and recent updates, we have the mountains, the jagged peaks, the ice-capped ones. I think they actually used to be called ice-capped peaks until they changed the name a while ago, but these are pretty cool. They're a bit annoying with the powdered snow sometimes, but overall they're pretty cool. Okay, I actually think it's the frozen peaks that which is the next one. I didn't read down the list even. I think those were the snow-capped peaks, but these are basically the jagged peaks but with ice and a little bit flat, not jagged notably. And I think it's a cool biome overall. It works in with the mountain gradient they were kind of going for, but not every single biome can have snow and ice in the top of it, so that's where the jagged peaks come into play. These are found above the hot biomes where mountains would be, but they don't necessarily want to put a whole lot of snow since it's right next to a jungle or a savanna. And I'm a pretty big fan of these, and also calcite can spawn in them, which is a great way to get calcite, other than the classic geode. Had the meadow biome, and this one, it's one of my favorites. The grass color, it's not the best, but it's a great place to find bee nests and a whole lot of a specific type of flower. Then we have another great biome, the cherry grove. I think if we get the cherry grove grass onto the meadow biome, it would be even better. But anyway, the cherry biome has one of the best wood types in the game, at least on paper. Pretty good wood type, not great for how I like to build, but I still like it nonetheless. Next up we have the grove biome, which is basically a snowy taiga, but with a few more hills and also powdered snow, which you can get stuck in, which isn't great, but it adds something to the game at least. Next up we have the snowy slopes, which are, again, one of those frozen peak copies, basically, but with no ice. And then we have the original mountains, the extreme hills biome, or now it's called the windswept hills. Not a huge fan of that, but it's just what it's called. It'll always be extreme hills in my mind. And yeah, looking back at these, it's kind of clear why they needed a mountain update for sure. I wasn't on the mountain, on the side of the mountain during the biome vote, but looking back now, it was definitely needed, and even more than the swamp. Oh. Next up, we have the original forest. Forests take up a large portion of your Minecraft world, I think more than any other biome does. They've got a great variety of flowers and trees and stuff. It's a pretty good biome. Similarly, the flower forest also has all these things, but a lot more bees and a lot more flowers. Also, another great thing about the flower forest is that its flower positions are predictable. So that's great. Coming up next, we have all the taiga biome types. So of course we have the small one. Those are pretty cool, but the old growth ones with the big trees are even cooler. That's where you can get all the podzol you'll ever need, and more. Then we have the snowy taiga, which is like the normal taiga, but this one can have igloos in it, I'm pretty sure. Next up we have the birch forest, one of the ugliest biomes there even is in this game. Then we have the dark oak forest, great biome, you know. I say that to a lot of these, I think, but this one has the woodland mansion, and also the best type of wood in the entire game, dark oak. It's clearly the best, and especially the stripped variant of it is especially good. I think I've messed up. There we go. Then we have the jungle biomes. That was a good move. The jungle biomes. You know, of the jungle trees, pandas, and bamboo. Also home to the jungle temple. You know, one of those old structures in Minecraft. A bit outdated, but, you know, otherwise still pretty good. Coming up next, we have the rivers, and fun thing about rivers is that they are literally just there to fill the space between generated biomes, if I'm not mistaken, which I might be. This knowledge might be a few years outdated, but, you know, they're just kind of like the old glue that, like, fits all the world together. You know, they're pretty cool. Frozen rivers, you can even go pretty fast on them, that's cool. But one of my favorite inland water type things is the swamp. You know, they're really cool. Like, especially the mangrove swamps. Back during the biome vote, I was a strong swamp believer, so, you know, seeing the mangrove swamp finally make it into the game after a few years, it was amazing. And it lived up to the hype. All those mud blocks, they're such good blocks. They really outdid themselves. Oh my gosh. Then we have all the beaches, which are pretty boring actually, besides the ability to get buried treasure at them. Which, you know, is pretty great early game, and, you know, for armor trims, with a new update, they've gained a new purpose. Then we have the old, the classic, the still incredibly amazing Plains biome. You know, I can't rank this one badly. It's been here for so long, I don't think it's even possible. It's just the classic biome. You know, when you add sunflowers with it, it does get a little bit ugly, but you know, that's fine. We all make mistakes, and Mojang's biggest mistake was adding sunflowers to Plains biomes. But then there's also a frozen variant of the, ooh, this building has exploded. There's also a frozen variant to this biome, you know, the frozen ice plains or whatever it's called. Oh, I just got a kill, KFC. That was our own creeper, oh my gosh. And then the rare and elusive ice spikes biome. Ooh, I love it. It's an incredible, it's a great biome, but you just never see them anywhere. Then moving to completely oppositely, we have the desert biome, and the desert biome, you know, it's great, you know, but it's so boring. I wish that we had a desert update. Honestly, I mean, I don't want, like, if they change deserts, I'd be so happy because they're so boring. But you know, I was not about to vote for Badlands or like desert over Savannah or Swamp. You know, it was just not happening. Savannas, they're even more boring. They don't even have a unique structure besides Savannah villages. And like, yeah, they have acacia wood, which is pretty good, but you know, it's no dark oak. But of course, we do have the Badlands, which for a time was my favorite biome, and that man just died. But yeah, the Badlands biome has some of my favorite collection of blocks. Terracars, they're great. They got renamed to not be named after Mesa National Park or whatever. So they got renamed to another national park, Badlands. I don't really know what their logic to that was. You know, they're just renaming it to still the name of a park that, you know, it's fine. I guess maybe they probably definitely should have changed Mesa Bryce because that is like direct copy. Oh, oh, I don't think I've ever gotten this far. Next up, we have the cave biomes, the lush caves. Ooh, they're amazing. You know, axolotls there, and who doesn't love a good axolotl? I know I sure love them. Lush cave biomes, they're incredible. Love them. Dripstone caves. You know, dripstones are cool, but the biome, I mean, it lives up to its name. It is definitely a dripstone cave. I've seen stalagmites in real life. It's incredibly accurate. And then we have the deep dark biome. The deep dark biome was heavily anticipated and actually saved until 1.19, or as I like to call it, Caves and Cliffs Part 3. Ancient cities are really cool, but, you know, it is super dangerous, so you know, I can't always visit it in fear of, like, dying instantly. Speaking of being afraid of dying every 5 seconds, we have the nether biomes, with the nether waste being the easiest, the OG, the classic, the one everyone loves, because at least it's not the Soul Sand Valley, because, oh, those are just the worst. Like, do you want to be shot at by skeletons and ghasts and have nothing you can do to stop them? Well, we have the perfect biome for you, I guess. But also, similarly, the Basalt Delta is just the worst as well. Like, magma cubes, I don't like them. They're a cool concept for a mob, but they're just so annoying. You know, like, they're not even dangerous usually. They're just so annoying. They're just a pain to deal with. Next, we have the Crimson Forest and Warp Forest. Both of these biomes are pretty cool. One of them has piglins that will give you unfair trades for your gold. And the other one has endermen, so, you know, one of them is clearly better, and that's the Warped Forest. You know, when I first saw that biome, I was like, this is the best biome that they could have added. Because it really adds the blue aspect to the, it really adds, like, blue to the whole place. And previously, that was not a thing you would find in the Nether, because it was, you know, mostly red because it's hot and stuff in there. But lastly, we have the end. You know, it's poetic. I accidentally did this. I put the end at the end. It's just how the list goes. It's not my fault. It's mostly empty and boring, you know. But you know, since we are at the end, that's going to be the end of the episode for this week. I hope to see you back next week, and goodbye.